are you all? Today we are going to study about the very last chapter of your class 6 science NCERT, that is garbage in and garbage out. In this chapter we are going to study about what is garbage, how we all going to manage the garbage, deal with the garbage so that we can have the sustainable environment to live in. Let's see what we are going to study in this chapter. So, dear students, the first question arises is, what is garbage? What is garbage? Think about it. Is it something to feel bad about or good about? My dear students, the disposing off of garbage for our surrounding is very important so that we can live properly and we can have a natural environment to live in. Before dealing with how we are going to manage the garbage, we need to know what is garbage. Garbage refers to all the waste materials, that are no longer useful or required to us. My dear students, in our surrounding or at our homes, in our schools, there are different kind of things which are not required, not used anymore. So what we term those things as garbage, okay? That things are not at all required anymore. Now the question arises, what are the garbage items you see in your house? What are they? Can you guess some? Yes, number one is these cans, right? The water bottles, the plastic bottles, the cans, the sausage bottles, everything comes under this cane waste or the garbage waste, which is plastic waste. Okay, so number one is plastic waste. Number two, what is this? Paper waste, right? You remember those expiry newspapers which are no longer used and you used in your mom, you maybe used as reuse it as to fold your edible items in it, right? So these are paper waste. And number three, electronic waste, right? The video cassettes, the TV and the mobile phones your parents might be using which are no longer used, so they discarded them and we refer them as electronic waste. This is electronic waste. And what is this, my students? You can see what you all can see in this picture. You can see is green vegetables, the wrappers of green vegetables, and these all those fruits and vegetables when you cut in slices, all the wrappers or their skin is usually considered as the kitchen waste. Alright, so these are the items which are referred as garbage which come out of your house. These are the plastic waste, paper waste, electronic waste and the kitchen waste. Okay, and some here is also you can say some wood waste. Alright, let us see how we are going to group these waste and what we are going to refer them and how these wastes are disposed of surrounding. So before we are going to study how we are going to dispose these garbage off, we need to know how do we manage the garbage. Okay, first we have to divide the garbage. Okay, let's suppose we have divided here, no, the garbage which is coming out of your house. The first one is paper waste, plastic waste, electronic waste. Now we have to think where these particular wastes are going to be disposed of in which of dustbins. Okay, so for that we need to know how we are going to manage the garbage. We all have seen these green, red, blue and yellow dustbins all around us. Okay, so do you know what kind of waste they have in it? Let us see. So in the green dustbin you always need to put the organic waste. Now what is this organic waste is all about? My dear students, all type of kitchen waste. Despite of all the waste which is coming from the green vegetables, the fruits, all the edible items, all the leftover food you are disposing of in the dustbins, in your kitchen dustbins, are all referred as organic waste. Okay, and these waste might be sometimes wet also. Okay, so we refer them as organic waste. Now the red dustbin. Red dustbin. In the stomach of red dustbin, we are going to dispose of all the biomedical waste. All the waste which is coming from the hospitals, or some chemicals which are going to dispose of, are all going to be put inside the red dustbins. Okay, all the chemical batteries waste, syringes, okay, injections. Syringes means injections. So they will all go in the stomach of, yes, in the red dustbin. Okay, because these are harmful. So harmful things are sometimes symbolizes in a red color, right? Danger, right? Okay, so in the blue dustbin we will put the recyclable materials, all the materials which we can reuse, recycle and make it use again. Okay, so we can put such kind of items, such kind of garbage in a blue dustbin. What are these items which we can recycle? We can recycle paper, plastic bottles, not single use plastic. We can use more plastic which is good in material. That plastic we can recycle. So all the garbage which you can recycle properly are going to be in the stomach of blue dustbin. Okay, we also refer them as dry waste. Okay, the cardboard, the cans, or not cans, the plastic, the paper and cardboard, plastic that we can recycle, that only we are going to put inside the blue dustbin. Now we will see about the yellow dustbin. So yellow and blue is quite similar, students. Okay, we are talking about the recyclable materials here in both the dustbins. All the recyclable items is going to be put inside the blue and yellow dustbin. Okay, so in this plastic bottles, cans, in this paper and cardboard, all the dry waste. Okay, you can remember it very easily. Blue and yellow is both dustbins are both for the recyclable materials, but in blue dustbin you're going to put all the dry waste such as the paper, the cardboard, and in the yellow dustbin you are going to put the recyclable materials such as cans, water bottles, plastic bottles, all these which are recyclable. Okay, so we have studied about the four different colored dustbins which help in managing our garbage, okay, properly, efficiently. Okay, we have studied about the green dustbin in which we are going to put the organic waste such as the kitchen waste, most probably is known as the wet waste. Okay, so for wet waste, the green dustbin. Okay, then red dustbin, which is quite give the sound of harmful garbage or waste, all the waste which is coming from the biomedical waste which are coming out of the hospitals. Okay, the chemicals, the syringes, all comes in the red dustbin. And blue and yellow both for the recyclable materials. Blue is for the dry waste such as paper and cardboard, and yellow is for the cans and plastic bottles. Okay, so please remember these four dustbins. This question is majorly come in your question paper, like they might ask you what the red dustbin is used for. So you all know all the harmful waste which is biomedical waste, syringes, all comes in the red dustbin. Okay, likewise we have to learn. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now my dear students, the garbage, this garbage is segregated into two. Okay, first is organic waste which we are going to study now, and the second is inorganic waste. These are the two types of these are the two types of garbage. The garbage is divided into two types of waste. First is inorganic waste and second is organic waste. Okay, now we are going to study about the organic waste first. Okay, organic waste. What is organic waste? Organic waste is a type of waste that comes from materials that can rot, such as food waste, dry leaves or wood or sawdust. So all kind of kitchen waste is referred to as organic waste. All kind of wet waste is kind of organic waste. Okay, organic waste management is an important part of our efforts to protect the environment and our health. You yourself can deal with the organic waste properly. You can yourself manage the organic waste properly in order to safeguard the environment. The management of organic waste is so easy because it is coming out of the kitchen, from the kitchen, right? So you can manage it properly. How we are going to manage the organic waste, we will study now. Okay, by managing organic waste well, we can reduce the negative impacts on the environment. Remember, I have told you that if these kind of waste are properly disposed of, we can save the environment. The organic waste we can easily dispose of, and we can save the environment from get rid of from all sorts of pollution, such as soil pollution basically, okay, such as soil and water pollution, and produce new resources in form of compost. Okay, we are going to produce compost by the organic waste. Now we are going to study what is compost. So we have studied till now that we can manage the garbage very well by 4 types of dustbins. Okay, there we have studied about the green dustbin, in which we are going to dispose of all the organic waste. Now what is organic waste? My dear students, organic waste is a waste which can be disposed of very easily. Okay, this is the waste which directly come from your kitchen. Okay, now we are going to see how come we are going to produce the compost. Before we are going to produce the compost, we need to learn what is compost. Let us see what is compost. So for compost, we need to know what is the sort of organic waste is required for the production of compost. Okay, organic waste comes from various sources around us. Here are some main examples. Food waste, number 1. Okay, food waste means kitchen waste. Okay, because all the food items comes from the kitchen only, no? So kitchen waste, food waste. Number 2, the dry leaves. You can see during the autumn season, the leaves which falls from the trees, these are dry leaves, and people usually burn them out, which is not good for the environment. Burning the dry leaves, as we have learned in the previous chapter, will emit dangerous and harmful gases which suffocate the asthmatic patients and everybody around them. Around those kind of environment is very dangerous to live in. Okay, so say no to burning the dry leaves. Okay, number 3 is plant residues. There are some kind of residues which are not much used for the plant. So these are residues, means leftover. What does the residues mean? It's leftover. Okay, and this waste paper, we all have certain kind of waste paper around us. Okay, agreed? So these are the sources of organic waste. These are the items, my dear students, which dispose of very easily. These items are eco-friendly. Eco-friendly means environment friendly. These items does not give any danger or any harmful hazards to the environment. Okay, benefits of organic waste management. What we are going to get after managing this organic waste? Organic waste management has various significant benefits both for the environment and society as a whole. Here are the main benefits organic waste management from the organic waste management. What are they? Compost fertilizer for plants, number 1. Reducing the green gas emissions, reducing the volume of waste in final disposal sites. So basically, by disposing of the organic waste management, we are saving our environment. We are helping our soil for not getting the pollution, for not getting polluted. Okay, organic waste management steps. So how we are going to manage this organic waste. Okay, number one, we are going to separate the organic waste from non-organic waste. For this we need to learn what is organic waste and what is non-organic waste, which we are going to study later on. Compost composition and making, how we are going to produce the compost. यूज ऑफ कंपोस्ट एज दी ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स. सिर्फ कंपोस्ट को बना देना ही एक हमारा काम नहीं है. वी हैव टू यूज दैट कंपोस्ट फॉर द फर्टिलाइजर्स, फॉर मेकिंग मोर प्लांट्स, ओके, फॉर हैविंग गुड soil fertility, okay, for the productivity of the soil. It is important to use the compost in a productive form, desirable form, right? So how to make compost? इतनी देर से I am saying about compost. What is compost? So compost is nothing when we are going to turn the waste into nutritious fertilizers. What is this waste? Yes, this is organic waste. The kitchen waste which we are discussing about, the wet waste, okay, all comes in the organic waste. So when we are going to turn this organic waste into the nutritious fertilizer, we say that it produce compost. Okay, that is compost. The final product which comes when we turn the organic waste into nutritious fertilizer, that is known as compost. Okay. So compost is basically a natural process. What is compost? A natural process where organic materials are broken down into simple materials by microorganisms and decomposing organisms. So in this, basically we just dispose of all the organic waste. Like we have separated all the organic and inorganic waste from our house. We have taken all the kitchen waste and put it inside the pit. Okay, pit माने गड्ढा, in a pit. Okay, use it, we have thrown them. What? Kitchen waste, organic waste. So now it's a work of all the small insects which are present inside the soil. Okay, we are not doing anything. When that waste, after a week or twice a week, we can see that it dispose of in the form of black color or moist soil. That is known as compost. Okay, this practice not only allows us to turn the organic waste into fertilizer that benefits the soil, but also helps reduce the volume of waste that ends up in landfills. Okay, we will study about the landfills later on. So basically after when we just dispose of all the kitchen waste in the large pits, what happens? It turn into more simpler substance into black colored soil. Required ingredients for the production of compost are: number one, the food waste. Okay, number two, the foliage, means the dry leaves, the recycled paper, and the coffee grounds. Okay, so we need to know the location. Okay, we have to decide where we are going to dispose of all the organic waste. Okay, so it required a large area or a large pit. Okay, so we have to choose the right location is the key to success the compost process. Here are some factors to consider when choosing a location. Okay, open area, it must be an open area, easy to access. Okay, access means it can be acquirable to all. Okay, if that compost is produced at the day end, when the compost is produced, that compost production is not only used by you only, because it has been made on a large area. Therefore it is required or needful to all those which are living in the society. We are doing this for a society. It's a cause for a society. So this production must be beneficial to all. That is why it has been produced on a large area. So it must be easily accessible to all of the members of the society. Good drainage system. Okay, in this type of compost production, the soil must be moist. So drainage means water. There must be some sort of water in the soil, which helps in producing or moisturizing the soil in an optimum amount or a desirable amount, so that the compost can be produced easily and productively. So what are the steps we are going to follow? The compost process involves several kind of steps. First, we have to select the place, cutting the material, layering the arrangement. Number 4, providing the water and air, monitoring and maintenance. Your work doesn't stop when you just dispose of all the organic waste. After that, you have to have a proper survey, proper maintenance, proper monitoring should be followed. In this, you have to give water and layering the compost once a week or thrice a week. Okay, you have to do it so that you can monitorize the situation, what is going on, where it has come, what is the level of the production of what is the level of the compost production till now. So for that, we have to follow all these steps. Benefits of compost. Now when this production is done, when the compost is produced, how it is going to benefit you all? Compost offers many benefits in various aspects of agriculture, environmental sustainability and soil health. Please listen carefully, as this question might comes in your NCERT, in your question papers, that how this compost is going to be beneficial. This compost is going to help in soil fertility. This compost is going to give benefits to you, as it is going to provide the essential nutrients which are required for the soil to grow plants of good health. Okay, so these are the benefits points which are on your screen. Soil enrichment. It is very important that soil must be fertile enough to give us result of the productive and good health plants. So soil enrichment is is a necessity. So this enrichment is only going to be done if the compost or manure you use in the soil is rich in nutrients, and compost is rich in essential nutrients which helps in soil fertility. Number 2, waste reduction. Number 3, erosion prevention. How we justify that it reducing the waste? Obviously, you are using the organic waste which is coming out of the kitchen, and this waste is you are using it in a proper way possible. So you are reducing the waste from the environment. Erosion prevention. The soil erosion, it helps in the prevention of soil erosion. We all have learned that when the topmost layer of the soil is eroded, is run away or flown away by certain calamities, such as you can say the water, excesses of water or air, this turns to soil erosion. So we can use proper enrichment nutrients from the compost, which can safeguard your soil, which can safeguard the topmost layer of the soil. Carbon sequestration. This is not in your NCERT, this is apart from your NCERT. So basically it is improving the plant health only. Okay, vermicomposting. Now if we talk about composting, the vermicomposting is the process which comes directly in our mind. Vermicomposting is nothing but it's the addition of certain small insects, roundworms or earthworms in the production of composting, so that it results in the progressive way of production of compost. Okay, in this vermicomposting we are producing the compost only, but in a faster manner. Okay, in a faster, high speed. अगर हमें कंपोस्ट बनाना है, जल्दी से जल्दी बनाना है, तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम कुछ अर्थ वॉर्म्स, राउंड वॉर्म्स, इन इंसेक्ट्स का इस्तेमाल करते हैं और उनका एडिशन करा देते हैं उस कंपोस्ट में. तो हम देखते हैं कि क्या होता है कि बहुत समय बाद, उस ज़्यादा समय नहीं लगता और कंपोस्ट बहुत जल्दी तैयार हो जाता है. होता क्या है कि जो अर्थ वॉर्म्स होते हैं, दीज आर द हेल्पर्स ऑफ फार्मर्स, दीज आर नोन एज हेल्पर्स ऑफ फार्मर्स. ये क्या करते हैं अर्थ वॉर्म्स, जब ये कंपोस्ट में जाते हैं तो जितना भी ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल होता है, जितना भी वेस्ट मटेरियल होता है, दे जस्ट ईट देम ऑल. ओके, तो क्या होता है उनके स्टमक पे जब वो पूप करते हैं, दैट पूप इज रिजल्ट इन द मॉइस्ट मैन्योर. ओके, तो वो और हेल्दी मैन्योर बनाती है, हेल्दी कंपोस्ट बनाती है. तो एक तो जल्दी होता है प्रोसेस वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग से, और अच्छा मैन्योर पैदा होता है। तो उस मैन्योर को हम फर्टिलाइजिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं, जिससे हमारी सॉइल की फर्टिलिटी इंक्रीज हो जाती है, क्योंकि उस पूप में बहुत ज़्यादा एसेंशियल न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं, कैल्शियम होता है, पोटेशियम होता है, जो उस सॉइल को हेल्प करता है अपने आप को फर्टाइल करने में, अच्छा प्रोडक्टिव प्लांट ग्रो करने में। So vermicomposting is a process when earthworms are added to the organic waste to make the process of decomposition faster. हमें रिजल्ट में क्या चाहिए? We need that all the organic waste decomposed of at faster rate. So we add more earthworms to the organic waste to make this process even more faster. Okay, it helps in producing the manure that is useful soil fertilization. खाद को बनाता है, और मीन्स खाद को बना, ताकि फर्टिलाइजेशन हो सके सॉइल की, अच्छी तरह से उपजाऊ हो सके मिट्टी। ओके, सो वी हैव लर्न अबाउट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कंपोजिशन एंड द वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग एंड वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग। ओके, so here you can see how this is the huge pit or a tumbler where all the organic waste is disposed of. You can see like this, and now to this organic waste what we have done, you can see they are going to faster the process, faster the decomposition process. Okay, now we are going to study about the inorganic waste in the part 2 of this chapter. Till then, keep on studying and keep on revising.